Okay, so only semi-interesting thing I have going on in my life right now. I mean, I have a pretty interesting life. I have school and work and internship and sorority and like all of that is really interesting. But I think the only thing that's like super interesting enough to actually talk about is my situation when it comes to the opposite sex. The last I left you with was Ian telling me that he had feelings for his ex-girlfriend and didn't want to do whatever he was doing with me. And that was fine. That same day, I met up with this guy, Luke, who actually turned 27 today. I'm slowly realizing that I really like guys that are older than me. But anyways, I met up with Luke and like we went to Denny's and hung out and just kind of talked, and then he gave me a ride home and it was snowing and whatever, and we made out. It was pretty awesome. Now, okay, I'm calling this last week Hell Week. So this is starting from last Saturday, not like 2 days ago Saturday, last Saturday. So Saturday through Sunday, I went on 7 dates, encounters, whatever you want to call it. It was a lot of fun and a really good week for my ego. Um, so Luke was Saturday, and then nothing Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I got coffee with this guy named David who goes to NAU. He's in the master's program for sustainable communities for like secondary education, and he is 26. And he was okay. I don't know. He was kind of boring. We didn't really have much to talk about. And also, he was really quiet. Like, I could barely hear him the whole time he was speaking. There's something on my cup. And then that same night, it turned out that Luke lives in Phoenix. That same night, it turned out that Luke had come back to Flagstaff, the one that I had seen on Saturday, and was like hanging out with his brother, and he wanted to hang out. So again, we like met at Denny's and whatever, and we ended up hanging out, and it was a lot of fun, and we kind of made out again. He's a really good kisser. He kisses the way that I imagine kissing myself would be, because he has like the same exact rhythm. I mean, he doesn't have like the massive mouth that I have, but I don't know. And then Thursday, I got coffee with this guy named Nick, who's like, I don't even know. Like, okay, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt before, like, I met him. But when I got there and we were, like, talking, like, we got coffee, um, he's essentially a 22-year-old college dropout who smokes a lot of pot and works at New Frontiers. And I just don't want to do that anymore. I had this like revelation that I don't want to date kids anymore. I want to date men who know what they're doing and know what they want out of life. And um, like Luke has a really good job at a factory called Gord, and like he makes medical supplies and stuff. And like he has a couple like a degree and stuff. So that's cool. And David is in a master's program, even though like I didn't really like him that much. Still, like that's the caliber of man that I want to date now, is someone with a degree, someone with a job, someone not necessarily like a house, but just some sort of like stability, because I'm reaching a point in my life where I feel like I'm an adult and I'm graduating from college and taking the next step and like starting my career and all of this big stuff, and I feel like I need someone who will be able to stand next to me as opposed to behind me. So, unfortunately, in the case of Nick, I'm going to say that's probably done, because I just don't want to do that anymore. No more stoners. No more stoners. Oh my god. And then Friday, I went out with this guy named Mike, who is 27. No, 26. And he actually got his master's degree from NAU in anthropology and has like a really decent career. Like he works with National Geographic and some like a government funded topographical map thing. I don't know. It's not my deal, so I don't know. But like he told me, and it was really interesting, and like We met at his house, and he's really cute. He's really tiny. I think he's probably like 5'7", which I know I'm 5'0", but I've always dated guys that are like 5'10" and up, right? So, but he was really tiny. Like, when we went bowling and I could see like the back of his pants, I saw like the little size thing, and he was wearing a 30-30. That's like the size of my thigh. No, but he was so cute. Like, I definitely want to go on another date with him. We went bowling, and that was really fun. We went to this place called Rendezvous, and I got a really awesome spicy dark hot chocolate, and it was delicious. And I don't know, the conversation was just really awesome. We were both just really flirty and like having a really good time, and I found him very attractive, and I'm thinking he found me attractive. I don't know. But what was so cute is I beat him at bowling. He invited me back to his place to play Battleship. Literally, we went to his house and played Battleship. It was the sweetest, cutest, most endearing thing I've ever been asked to do. So that ended really nicely. And then Saturday, I went out with that Nick kid again just because, like, we had already discussed, like, going out for dinner on Saturday before, like, we met up and got coffee on Thursday. So I went out, and it was all right. All he talks about is food. I mean, like, I know he works at a grocery store, but come on. Like, all he fucking talks about is food. I mean, and I love food, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like sitting around talking about food. But, I'm done with him. And he kind of smells weird. Like, he smells like, you know, like Uber stoners, they kind of like sweat pot. That's how he smells, like pot sweat. No, thank you. Not anymore. The winner of the week would have to be one Mr. Jeremy. We went out yesterday, actually, so he's kind of the freshest in my mind. But not only that, but like he did a lot of things that certainly like made me remember him. I met him for coffee. Jeremy is 30. And he has 4 degrees. He has a degree in biomedical engineering, Spanish, and then I think he has his master's degree in like biology and then a master's degree in Spanish. Something like that. But so he's a winner. And he's also done like a lot of travel. He's been to a lot of places in Latin America, Mexico, Canada, Japan, like lots of awesome places. But he was also very funny and very sweet and very chivalrous and like, I don't know, I really liked him and I really felt comfortable with him and we had like this crazy chemistry. I don't know. But he is in the process for applying to law school right now, which ding, 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 ding. The Jewish girl in me just wants to like tear out and be like, marry him. And then he wants to do international law. The biggest selling point was the fact that he used to be a practicing Mormon. I have this weird fetish for like Mormon boys because they're so good and so clean and cute and sweet and something. I just want to corrupt them, I guess. I just want to rip them to shreds. But it was pretty much like once he said law school and used to practice Mormonism, I was like, we should just get married now and just make it easier for both of us. But it was really cute. Like, we met for coffee, and then we went to Pita Pit, and I wasn't hungry, but, like, I watched him eat or whatever, and, like, the conversation was, there's a lot of, like, kind of subtle touching, and whenever we would walk anywhere, he would kind of guide me by, like, the small of my back, and then we drove up to Lowell, which is the observatory here, and we parked, and we seriously just sat there for, like, hours and talked, and, like, he kind of laid down and put his head in my lap, and I was just, like, running my fingers through his hair, and we just talked, and it was really awesome, and I really want to go out with him again. And I was really surprised that he, like, came out because his grandfather just died, like, yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but the day before, like, Saturday. So I was really surprised that he came out, but he's going back to Wyoming, 'cause that's where his parents live, this week to go to the funeral and stuff. But he said, like, when he gets back, he'll give me a call, and I don't know. I really like older guys. I'm really finding, like, this amazing comfort and attraction to older, accomplished men, I suppose. It feels more fitting. It feels like exactly what I need at this point in my life. But that's it. I might be going out on a date with this other guy named Ian, which is weird, but I'll let you know how that goes. But essentially, 7 dates in like 8 days. I think that's pretty tight. And it was amazing for my ego. But that's all for now. Love ya.